Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, the commanding General Yahanna. We have been bringing this truth since 1969, and that truth is that the so-called blacks, the so-called Hispanics, and the so-called Native Indians are the true Jews of the Bible, and the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Tonight's topic, this is Brotherhood. I'm talking about Brotherhood tonight, but tonight's topic is going to be about the other nations know who we are. The other nations know exactly who we are. The other nations know that we are the chosen people of the Most High. They know that we have favor with the Most High. They know that we are the chosen people. They know the very reason, let's say like, the very reason why they fighting over in the Middle East is over land that doesn't even belong to them. That fighting that goes on that land over there, is they fighting over land that doesn't even belong to them. That land actually belongs to us, the true Jews of the Bible, the Hebrew Israelites. But the sad thing is most of us don't even know who we are. You understand? A lot of us think we are African Americans. A lot of us think we are Christians. A lot of us think we are Muslims, Buddhists. I mean, anything but Hebrew Israelites. But those other nations, they know exactly who we are. And until we recognize who we are, we won't be able to inherit the land that the Most High has given to us. You know, so let's start with Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. Let's go with Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. Come.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6. But thou art a holy people.
Thou art the holy people. What is holy? What does holy mean? Holy means to be what? Set apart. Separate. Set apart, right? Holy means to be set apart. So we are set apart. Read on.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord thy God. So we are holy people, set apart, separate from other people, set apart for the Lord thy God. The Most High separated us. He made us a holy people, and he separated us and put us to the side for himself. It's just like when you pick something, your favorite something. You understand what I'm saying? You set it apart for yourself because you don't want anyone to have this thing that is your favorite, right? You set it apart and you tell people, this is mine. This is set apart. I separated it from the others because this is what I want. Well, that's what the Most High did with us. He separated us because he wanted us to himself. We are a holy people, set apart for him. Read on.
The Lord thy God had chosen thee.
He had chosen thee. See, there we go again, right there. We just said it right there. He has chosen thee. When you choose something, what do?
Prefer it above all others.
You prefer it over the others. You understand? That was a perfect answer. You prefer this over that. I'd rather have this than that. I'm going to pick this one and not those. That's what the Most High did for us. You know?
The Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Special people unto himself. We are special people unto himself. I mean, look at us. You understand what I'm saying? Think about this, right? We are special people. Let's just Let's think about that word special. What does special mean?
Special means unique in every way.
Unique in every way. So now, since we know what special means, right? Unique in every way. Look at the other nations, right? Look at the other nations. You see how they look? They all look alike. And then when you look at our nation, how we all look as individuals, we all look different. You look like your family members, but we come in all shades and colors. You understand what I'm saying? We come in all sizes and, big, fat, small, short, thin, tall, all of that. You understand what I'm saying? We are special people. Not only that kind of special, but think about the abilities that we have. You understand what I'm saying? Like we always say, the boy got who are the best basketball players in the face of the earth?
12 tribes.
Who are the best football players?
12 tribes.
Who are the best baseball players?
12 tribes.
Exactly. But let's step off of that because that's athletic. But who are the best inventors?
12 tribes.
Who are the best mathematicians?
Especially 12 tribes.
Exactly. Who are the best scientists? Who brought science into the white man?
Spanish Native Indians.
Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. Science is the beginning of the Bible, right? Think about this, right? It says, in the beginning, God made what?
Heavens and earth.
What is that? That's time, space, and matter. You understand what I'm saying? That's science in the Bible. We brought science. God gave us that, and we brought science unto the white man. You understand? We are special people. We have special abilities that the Most High has given us that makes us stand out from all other people. You understand what I'm saying? Think about it. When last time you seen a great Chinese football player? You feel me? When last time you seen a great Chinese basketball player? I ain't talking about Yao Ming. He wasn't great. He was just tall as a mother. You know what I mean? Think about it. You understand what I'm saying? When have you seen a great anything other than us? You understand? Because we are a special people unto himself. He made us like that. The sad thing is a lot of us don't recognize the abilities that the Most High has given us and don't give him the honor of following his law, statutes, and commandments. You understand what I'm saying? When you know that he has set you apart among the other nations, he separated you unto himself. You know you should be following those law, statutes, and commandments. You understand what I'm saying? That's a point of brotherhood, ain't it? To follow those law, statutes, and commandments that the Father has given us, right? That's showing brotherhood. That's showing love. Love is brotherhood, right? Read on the bar, Doc.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. It didn't say in the world, as a world, the age, or society. It says upon the face of the earth. And we know this earth is huge. So we are set apart above all nations upon the face of the earth. You understand? Nobody is above us. Nobody is above the 12 tribes. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody is above the 12 tribes. We are above all nations. But the thing is because we transgress against the Most High, we don't follow those laws, statutes, and commandments, we don't abide. You understand? The Most High judges us how?
To our work.
Oh, wait. You said it. You said it. He judges us as a nation. He doesn't judge us individually. We get judged as a nation. And this is the reason why us as the I.S.U.P.K, we go out on Saturdays and we speak in the street because we want our people to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments so that we can what? So that we can be on top. Because we can't be on top as individuals. It doesn't work like that. When God created the nations, when God created people, he created them as nations. We live as a nation. Understand what I'm saying? China survives as a nation. Russia survives as a nation. You understand what I'm saying? North and South Korea, they survive as nations. This is why they thrive like they do, because they are together as a nation. We are the only nation upon the face of this earth that are not together. And because we are not together, we do not have brotherhood. And because we do not have brotherhood, this is the reason why we suffer the way we do. This is the reason why our people are on drugs. This is the reason why our people suffer with all of these diseases. Heart disease, because we do what? We eat things that we are not supposed to eat. High blood pressure, because we doing the things that we are not supposed to be doing. Dying from opioids. Why? Because we getting high and doing the things that we are not supposed to do, that the Most High tells us we are not supposed to do. Because why? We transgress. If we come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, we will be on top. You understand what I'm saying? Read on the bar, Doc. Deuteronomy 7:7 now. We are 7:7.
Deuteronomy 7:7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, but, because you were more in number than any people.
He didn't choose us because we were more in number. You understand? He didn't choose us because we were the biggest. We were the most. You understand? Read on.
For ye were the fewest of all people.
We were the fewest of all people. So we didn't have a numbers lock. You understand? We weren't a lock by number. Read on.
Verse 8. But because the Lord loved you.
But because what?
Because the Lord loved you.
But because the Lord loved you. Read on.
And because he will keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers.
Because we will keep the oath that he has sworn unto our fathers. Who are our fathers?
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He made an oath with Abraham, Isaac, and hath the Lord.
Hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand.
The Lord brought us out with a mighty hand. Where did he bring us out from? Read on.
And redeem you out of the house of bondmen.
Out of the house of bondmen. What is the house of bondmen? Slavery. Exactly. Read on.
From the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
He brought us out of the hand of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. You know, we were in bondage in Egypt. Just like we in bondage today, right here in America. A lot of us can't recognize that we are in bondage in America, just like the people of Egypt. When they were in bondage in Egypt, a lot of people couldn't recognize. And after they got out into the wilderness, what did the people wish for? They wished to go back to Egypt. Why did they want to go back to Egypt?
Because they felt they was comfortable there.
They were comfortable there, just like our brothers and sisters right here in America. You know, they love being Americans. They love the American dream. You understand? Which is just what it is. It's a dream. To our people, the American dream is just that, a dream. To other nations, it's not a dream, it's reality. Because you can have a Chinese man come from China with nothing in his pockets and get here and be afforded a store. You can have the East Indian to come here and be afforded a Dunkin' Donuts. You can have the Arab come here and be afforded a gas station. But we've been here all our lives, over 400 years, and we've been afforded nothing. You understand? We built this nation. What you got, Barda?
They thought it was better to die in Egypt under the Egyptians than to go up and to have the Most High take us up out of Egypt into the wilderness. And then they claim they said, oh, we're going to die in the wilderness. So we're going to go ahead and die here in Egypt where we comfortable at.
Exactly. They would rather die as a slave than to struggle and die as a free man. And that's just like the people here in America. That's just like our brothers and sisters here in America. They'd rather die as a slave than to stand up and get into this I.S.U.P.K and live like a free man. You understand? And to bring our people in. If we come into this I.S.U.P.K and we come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, we live as free men. Their kingdom goes down and our kingdom goes up. When we start living by these laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High has given us, we become the people that are on top, and they become the people that are on the bottom. We become the head, and they become the tail. All it takes is these laws, statutes, and commandments. The laws, statutes, and commandments tell you how to live amongst the heathen. It tells you how to eat. You understand? It tells you how to operate amongst your brother. It tells you how to show brotherhood. You understand what I'm saying? This Bible is the strongest thing on the face of this earth. How do you think that Amalek, that so-called Jewish man, how do you think he thrived the way he thrives? Because he took, go ahead, Barda. Let me hear if you got this one.
Oh, because he went into the Bible and found out that was us and took our law, statutes, commandments and put it towards him to steal not only our nationality, but to steal our identity, which is identity theft, and made it like us. So the whole world could see that they think that they was favored, so that they think that the Bible was there.
So think about this though, right? Look at where they are. Where are they?
The over in the land it doesn't belong to.
But no, where are they as far as in stature?
Oh, they on the top.
They on the top. So think about this though, right? They took part of the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? They took part. So just imagine if we took this whole Bible and lived by this whole Bible. They would not only be on the bottom, but they would be our slaves. Right now, we are their slaves. You understand what I'm saying? We are their slaves. You understand? I mean,
oh, I was getting ready to say,
what you got?
like the scripture, Deuteronomy 28 and 48, it says in the meat and so I
got that. All right. Let me have that. I already got that on my joint. All right. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you're right. But we take this whole Bible and we live by this whole Bible. Not only would we be on top, but they would be under us. They would be under our foot. They would be our slaves. And I ain't talking about just Amalek. I'm talking about all these other nations that come over here and thrive off of us. Because think about it, right? Every nation that comes over here makes their living off of who? Go ahead, Wood.
So they take their money off of our dollar.
Exactly. They make their money off our dollar. You understand? And if I'm not mistaken, a couple of weeks ago, we spoke about this. Us as a nation, let's say about 4 years ago, we spent $1 $6 trillion as a nation. We spent $1.6 trillion, not billion, not million, $1 trillion as a nation. That's us as a whole. That's an economy that every nation lives off of. We spend more money as a nation than all the other nations combined. You understand what I'm saying? We spend more money than all the other nations combined. So we think about this, right? When you go to the Chinese store, how many people do you see eating out of the Chinese store?
At least where I'm at in my neighborhood, I say at least about 60 a day.
No. Listen to what I said. When you go to the Chinese store, that sub shop, how many Chinese people do you see eating out of that Chinese store?
Oh, not at all.
Exactly. And how many Chinese stores are on a corner?
At least about 3 or 4.
In a 5 block radius, how many Chinese stores can you run across?
About 8.
Okay, so in 8 Chinese stores in a 5-block radius, right? Let's say each one of those stores makes about $10,000 a week. That's $80,000 for 8 stores.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's $40,000, at least $40,000 a month. Not to mention if the holidays, hey, listen, remember this. In the early 2000s, the sub shops didn't open on Sundays. So why did they open on Sundays now?
Because that was the time where your family was out, you had to purchase like foods and certain goods and stuff.
But now the sub shop is open because they know they can get your dollar if they're open. You understand what I'm saying? They know that if the sub shop is open, they will not cook. They will come and eat here. And it benefits them because even if 50% of the people come in to the store, right? Instead of $10,000, now they had just made what? 15,000 in a month now, or in a week now. You understand what I'm saying? So now that 15 goes up to what? 10,000, 15, 30, $60,000. That's what. You understand what I'm saying? So they building their economy is built off of us. The Korean economy is built off of us. They take that money that they get from their store and they send it back to Korea. They take that money that they get from their store and they send it back to China. You understand? They take that money that they get from their store and they send it back to Saudi Arabia. Those Arabs send it back there, or they send it back to what's that? With the East Indians.
India.
India. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's think about if you think about it like this, how many Chinese stores do you see out where white people live at? How many sub shops do you see out there? None. I see a Wawa's. I see white people working in the Wawa's. White people ain't giving up Wawa's. You understand what I'm saying? They give all 7-Elevens to the Africans and the East Indians. My mother had a friend that was an African. His name was Paul. He owned and he still owns that 7-Eleven right there in Franklintown. When you go up, the one on the left-hand side, he owns that. He been owning that almost since I was a kid. You feel me? I became an adult, had kids and everything, went up there, he still owned it. I was like, wow, you understand what I'm saying? They don't afford us anything like that. You understand? Because the reason why is because they know who we are. These other nations know who we are and they come over to feed off of us. Just like we talked about last week, every nation that has had us in captivity has prospered. From the Assyrians to the Greeks, to the Babylonians, to the Romans, and to these Americas. Every nation that has had us in captivity has prospered off of us. We are the only people that don't know who we are. You understand what I'm saying? We are the only people that don't know who we are. And as long as these other nations know that they can keep us transgressing and keep us defiled, they know that we'll always be where we are. This is the reason why they put the pork in everything, making sure we stay defiled. This is the reason why they putting the drugs in our neighborhoods to make sure that we stay defiled. You understand? This is the reason why they keep tension between us as a nation. They don't show brotherhood. This is the reason why they do the things that they do to us. They know exactly who we are. We are the only people. We are the only ones who don't know who we are. You understand? Oh, that was it. We finished. 12 and 14.
Deuteronomy 12 and 14.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 12 and 14. But in the place which the Lord shall choose, and one of thy tribes.
Hold up for a minute, you can bar it down. Not 12 and 14. 7, verse 12. 12 to 14. That's why I say jump down to 12 to 14.
Deuteronomy 7 and 12.
You got it?
Huh.
All right.
Deuteronomy 7 and 12. Wherefore it shall come to pass.
Therefore it shall come to pass. Go ahead. That means this is surely going to happen. God, I couldn't get that out. Thank you, God. This is surely going to happen. This will come to pass. Read on.
If ye hearken to these judgments.
If you hearken to these judgments, if you listen to these judgments, if you read these judgments, if you carry out these judgments, read on.
And keep and do them.
Keep and do them, read.
That the Lord thy God shall keep unto thee a covenant and the mercy which he swore unto thy fathers.
That covenant and that mercy which he swore unto our fathers, which was Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read on.
And he will love thee and bless thee.
He will love thee and bless thee. Bless thee how? Read on.
And multiply thee.
By multiplying thee, read on.
He will also bless the fruit of thy womb.
He will bless the fruit of thy womb. That means he will give you children. He will give you wonderful and great children. He will not allow us to go to Planned Parenthood to destroy our babies, to destroy our nation. He will not allow us to do that. Read on.
And the fruit of thy land.
And the fruit of thy land.
Thy corn and thy wine.
Thy most expensive things. Read on.
And thine oil.
And the oil.
The increase of thine kind.
Increase of thy kind, read.
And the flocks of sheep.
And the flocks of sheep. Give you more sheep, more cattle. Read on.
In the land which he sware unto thy fathers to give.
And in the land that he sware unto thy fathers to give. That's that land over there that they fighting over. See what I'm saying? That's the land that was sworn to us. That same land that they over there battling over, they have no rights to that land. But because we don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, we don't even know who we are. So we don't even know that that's our land over there. When we see that, what do we think? Oh, they just over there just acting a fool.
If I can bring this out.
Go ahead, bring it up.
Abdul Gamal Nasser, who was former president of Egypt, said this: there will be no peace in the Middle East because the Jews left their black but came there white.
Exactly. Everybody knows that those are not the real Jews. Even America knows that those are not the real Jews, but America wants a foothold. And this is the reason why they placed those Jews over there. What was that, in 1948? In 1948, they set them over there. They knew that they weren't the real Jews. Even Hitler knew that they weren't the real Jews. You understand what I'm saying? You ever see that? That poster that he had made of the real Jews? You understand what I'm saying? He made it black. Hitler knew the Jews were black. Hitler knows who we are. You understand what I'm saying? And think about this, right? We are the only nation of people that are suffering under oppression right now. You understand what I'm saying? Only the 12 tribes. No other nation. I mean, every nation has their poor, right? You understand what I'm saying? But nobody suffers the oppression that we are suffering today. We're suffering that oppression because we don't know who we are. We want to be everything but who the Most High intended us to be. You understand what I'm saying? We got to know when that get brought out.
Unless you want verse 14.
Go ahead, read verse 14.
Deuteronomy 7:14. Thou shalt be blessed above all people.
If we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, if we come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments that's in this Bible, which is our Constitution, we will be blessed above all people. And he says that quite a few times throughout the whole Bible, that if we come back, we will be blessed. If we hearken, we will be blessed. He who has an ear, let him hear. You understand? We will be blessed. If you hear these words and you follow these words, we will be blessed. Read on.
There shall not be male or female born among you.
There shall not be male or female born among us. Everybody. We're going to have babies after baby after baby, and we're going to be able to take care of them. We're going to grow a huge nation. This nation will be huge. This nation will be strong. You know, follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. What you got, Barda?
Basically the Most High loved us and blessed us so much that we became so great that the Egyptian was afraid of us. After especially seeing all the things that the Most High through Moses could do, Pharaoh, the Most High went ahead and done us a favor so that Pharaoh can let us go by hardening the Pharaoh's heart, and Moses the Most High doing his power through Moses. You know, even the sorcerers and the magicians of Pharaoh was like, hold up, this guy ain't nothing to play with. Hey, we can turn snakes and we can turn staffs into snakes. But Moses' staff, when it turned to a snake, it ate both eyes.
Exactly. That's power. That's power that the Most High has given us. Hey, let's go to let's do this, right? Let's go to 2nd Ezra 6:54. 2nd Ezra 6:54.
Second Ezra 6:54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
Adam also, whom thou made Lord of all thy creatures. He let him reign over all the creatures of the earth. Read on.
Of him come we all.
Of him come we all. We all come out of Adam. You know, the 12 tribes come straight out of Adam. That we are the descendants of Adam. Read on.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
The people whom thou hast chosen. We were chosen. He chose us, the 12 tribes of Israel. Read on.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord. Read on.
Because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Check that out right there. Did you hear that? The Most High made the world for our sake. He made it for the 12 tribes of Israel, not these other nations. The way these other nations are living like kings and royalty upon this earth, that's the way we supposed to be living. Because the Most High made this world for our sake. But because we transgress, like we always say, because we transgress, because we don't show that all the other nations are living like kings amongst us. Read on.
2nd Ezra 6:56. As for the other people.
Say that again.
As for the other people.
One more time.
As for the other people.
As for the other people. They ain't talking about the other nations. As for the other people. Read on.
Which also come of Adam.
Which also come from Adam. Read on.
Thou hast said, they are nothing.
They are what?
They are nothing.
One more time.
They are nothing.
They are nothing. These other nations are nothing to the Most High. He chose us to be a special people. He set us apart from all the other nations. He looks at the other nations as they are nothing. We look at the other nations as though they are great because they are on top of us. They are on top of us because we don't show brotherhood. We don't show love. We don't show anything to our people. We should give all our love to everybody in these other nations. We give our love to the white man, especially the white man. You know, you can't speak bad about the white man or a brother or sister be all over you. But if you talk bad about our own people, they ain't got no problem with it. You understand? That's not love at all. That's hate. Anytime you take up from somebody from another nation, that's because you hate your own people. What you got about that?
Just a comment.
Go ahead.
You know, we so special. I never thought of this until now. You know about the Harlem Globetrotters, right?
Right.
And you ever seen a white man on their team?
Can't see a white man on their team. They don't take white people. Just like we don't take white people. You know, we just like the Harlem Globetrotters, just like us. You know, they don't take white people, we don't take white people. Exactly. How about that? I didn't think about that. Harlem Globetrotters don't take white people. They beat up on white people, though, don't they? How about that?
And it's always against the green, was supposed to represent the Celtics.
How about that, the green team? Yeah, and you know what? I didn't even think about that. They was always playing the green team, wasn't he? Now, they played another black team before, but it was a mixed team, though. It was a mixed team, but yeah, that green team. Go ahead, read on.
That's lucky. Thou hast said they are nothing.
Thou hast said they are nothing. Read on.
But be like unto spittle.
But be like unto spittle. Do you know what spittle is? You know what spittle is? Wood?
Slide, yes. That little drop there. Slide, smoke.
That little drop that fly. Not the big lava spit, but that fly out your mouth. You understand what I'm saying? That's nothing. You understand what I'm saying? That is nothing. Go ahead. What you got to bar down?
I was going to say the little specks of froth that come out your mouth.
There you go. The little specks of froth that come out of your mouth. You used a good word too, froth. I'm gonna use that. Go ahead, read on.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
He has likened them unto the abundance of them. So he took all of them, all of those other nations, and he has likened them unto a drop from a vessel. You know that little drop when the bottle, when the jar be sweating and that little drop come down and fall off the jar? He likened them unto that. I mean, think about it, right? That's something that you don't even think about. You walking in, you ain't even thinking about that. You understand what I'm saying? So he likened them unto that. He's not even thinking about them. They are nothing to him. You understand what I'm saying? They are nothing. Yeah, how about that? That little drop running down inside of that bottle, huh? Hey, let's go to Psalms 83:2 and start at the second verse. You know, liking them to nothing really. That's nothing, huh?
Psalms 82 what?
Psalms 83:2.
83.
You know I like that Psalms 83.
Psalms 83:2. For, lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
What is a tumult? For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
A tumult is it a decisive plan or uprising?
Uprising or uproar. They go into an uproar. You know, read on.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And who is the head?
So-called white man, the Romans, the Greeks.
So-called white man, the Romans and the Greeks. That so-called white man, he is that head today. That white man is the head. Read on.
Psalms 83:3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against the people of Israel. They have taken crafty direction to know how to disable the people of Israel. This is the reason why they dropped Planned Parenthood in our neighborhoods. This is the reason why they put drugs in our neighborhoods. This is the reason why they started gangs. They have taken crafty counsel. This is not something that they thought of overnight. This is something that they thought of over time. And they said, if we do this, then we know we can destroy these people with this over time. What you got to bar down?
An example, Richard Nixon on the war on drugs.
The war on drugs.
That was
That was the
Black people.
exactly targeting the black people. What was the one where they was bringing they made the movie about it when they was bringing the drugs in from
Full Metal Jacket.
No, not the Full Metal Jacket. The dead presidents. No. Excuse me, I said the wrong one. The one with Nicky Barnes in it. The movie. With Denzel Washington. Remember the movie they made? And remember they was bringing the drugs in from over, wasn't that Vietnam? And they was bringing it in the planes, in the army planes. American gangster. American gangster. You understand what I'm saying? That's crafty counsel right there. They get the stuff made right there, right? The opioids, all the dope and everything made right there. All they do is ship it over in the coffins of dead soldiers and put it straight onto the streets. And they put them drugs straight onto the streets and destroyed our people. You understand what I'm saying? The only thing that they didn't expect was that it was going to get into the hands of their people. So when it gets into the hands of their people, all of a sudden they come up with what? Opioid addiction, and then they come up with all of the help clinics and everything that can get their people off the drugs. But if you notice, they never put these things out there for our people to get off. And then what they do, they give our people methadone. Methadone is nothing but another drug. Another drug to keep you high, to keep you doped up, and to keep your bones brittle. That's why you got people laid over and hurting, and then all of a sudden, at 55 years old, they're dead. You understand what I'm saying? Drugs, they have taken crafty counsel against our people. Read on.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Who's thy hidden one?
12 tribes.
12 tribes. We are thy hidden ones. We don't even know who we are. We are hidden from ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? People out here don't even know. Everybody thinks they're American. You understand? When you see the 4th of July, you see the people out there celebrating the 4th of July. I asked them, where were you at on the 4th of July? He was in slavery. How can you celebrate anything independent? You're not even independent. We are dependent. We're not independent. We dependent. We dependent on America for everything. You understand what I'm saying? We have to come to the white man for everything that we need. We have to come to him for clothing. We have to come to him for food. We have to come to him for housing. We have to come to him for jobs. This is a destroyed nation. We are a destroyed people. You understand? What that last line again about that?
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy hidden ones. You know, we are thy hidden ones. We don't even know who we are. We're just beginning to understand that we are destroyed people. You understand? Read on.
They had said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. Let us cut them off from being a nation. How do you cut a people off from being a nation? We talked about this before, about that. Well, how do you cut a people off from being a nation?
By taking their heritage.
Taking their heritage. By taking their identity. If somebody takes your identity, and you don't know that was your identity, you want to take on the identity of somebody else. So when that white man, the so-called Jewish man, took our identity, whose identity did we take? We took on the people's identity of wherever we lived in. So we became Jamaican. We became Haitian. We became American. We became Canadians. We became Brits. We became everything but who we were. You understand what I'm saying? Think about this, right? If 2 Chinese people come over here and have a Chinese baby, if 2 Chinese people come over here and have a baby, right? And you look at that baby, what you gonna say?
It's Chinese.
It's a Chinese baby. But when they look at us, what do they say?
He's African American.
He's African American. You understand what I'm saying? So now, you tell that Chinese baby he's Chinese. What is that Chinese baby gonna say? I'm Chinese. And you keep telling that African American man he's an African American. What is he gonna say? I'm African American. Slowly taking their identity away. You understand what I'm saying? They called us niggas for a while. We was niggas. They called us Negroes for a while. We was Negroes. They called us colored. They called us black. Black, not even a nationality. That's a color. Negro, not even a nationality. What is a Negro? You understand what I'm saying? Think about this. What is an African American? It's not a nationality. It's not a nationality because you can't be of two nations. You can only be of one nation. So they did the flip-flop on you and made you think, oh, we African American. You understand what I'm saying? What you got the bar down?
African American is an insult because African American is two white men names coming together, which is Leo Skipperus Africanus, and Amerigo Vespucci, two white explorers that came over there from I think it's from Europe or London, England.
It wasn't Italy.
It might have been one of them, but
Americus Vespucci I'm talking about.
Yeah, he was Italian.
I thought he was Italian, right?
Yeah, he was Italian.
Right.
But you know, they still Caucasian.
Yeah, they Caucasian. All of them Caucasian. Exactly. You know what I mean? And they slowly took our identity away. You understand what I'm saying? And think about, like you said before, think about what they're doing to the Hispanics, right? How do you take that identity away? Even the little identity that they did have, right? Think about what they're doing to them, right? When you take the mother and the father and you separate them from the children, right? And you got a 4 or 5-year-old kid who's just learning his heritage, right? And then you take his parents and ship them back across the border, and you keep the kids, and then you ship them into the middle of America. After a few years, what is that kid gonna think? Gonna think he's American. So now what you have is a kid going into the armed forces, wanting to fight and die for a country that's not even his. But this is what he thinks is his. You understand what I'm saying? This is identity theft. This is the way they destroy our people. What you got the bar, Doc?
Not only that, they had the conquistadors come in by King Ferdinand coming in and beat them down and present Christianity and force it on them to tell them either they convert from what their beliefs was and convert to Christianity and Catholicism.
Right, and that's what they did to everywhere that we went at. We were beat into submission or killed if we didn't submit to conforming to where we lived at. So we had to give up everything that we were to become what they were. That's like integration. You understand what I'm saying? That's like integration. What we said the other day, when you integrate into anything, you become that thing that you integrate into. And integrating into the thing that you become, you give up everything that you were. You understand? That's the whole definition of integration. That's what integration is. Remember, the thing you integrating into doesn't become you, you become it. So when you integrate into America, you become an American. American doesn't become an Israelite. It doesn't become Israel. You understand what I'm saying? You become an American. So you give up everything that you are to become an American. What you got here?
To integrate means to work into. So when you in America, you working to become this American dream and call yourself American, which, you know, people who stole, rape, rob, and murder, they're gonna tell you that you're not, because they know there is.
Exactly. And another thing is too, right? Like we said before, right? The American dream is just what we just said, right? An American dream. It's a dream. It's a dream for us. It's reality for the nations that come over here to feed off of us. You understand what I'm saying? And think about it. A Chinese person can beat the hell out of a pregnant woman and not go to jail. But as soon as you spit on somebody and you punch on them, you go to jail for 20 years. That's an American dream for us. That's an American reality for them. You understand? The rules that apply to us do not apply to them. The rules that they apply to them do not apply to us. So when it says in that Constitution that we the people, it's not speaking of us. It's speaking of them. All of those rights in that Constitution are for them. This is the reason why we need to separate. And we need to live by that Constitution and that Bible that we have. And we need to start showing that brotherhood, because these nations know who we are, but we don't know who we are. And this is the reason why we live in the way we live in. Because why? We live in a nation of customs and culture that do not fit us. We are living by customs and culture that causes us to transgress against the Most High. We live in a nation where homosexuality is good. Homosexuality is okay. We live in a nation where murder is good. They allow the police to murder us, right? And they let it be to their discretion. If you feel like they are a threat, you are allowed to kill them. Think about it, right? When the police shoot somebody, how many times do they shoot them?
10 at least.
Multiple times. You understand what I'm saying? If they have to shoot a white man, they shoot a white man one time. They'll shoot him in the knee. Did you see that? What was the clip that they had the white man hit the people with the van, and he sent the police on the chase, and when they stopped him, he got out the car with a gun, out the truck with a gun, and he had the gun pointing at him, and they wouldn't shoot him. I think eventually they shot him, but they shot him one time to take him down, and they arrested him. You understand what I'm saying? But if that been a black man, and he been outside his car with his hands up, they would have shot him in his back 10 times. You understand what I'm saying? The laws that they are afforded, we are not afforded. You understand what I'm saying? We don't live by the same rules that they live by. This is the American dream for us, but it's an American reality for them. You understand what I'm saying? We got any more on that before I die?
You want 6?
Oh, that was 5?
Mm-hmm.
They're competitive against me? Okay. All right. No, that was it. That was it. That's good. And because they destroy us the way they destroy us, this is the reason why we got to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. This is the reason why we got to separate from these people. You understand what I'm saying? We got to come together as a nation. Like we said before, the Most High judges us as a nation. He doesn't judge us individually. You understand? And this is the reason why, like we said before, and you've been down there with us, we out there on them corners on them Saturdays, we speaking to our people. We trying to get our people to come back to the Most High. You understand what I'm saying? Give me Zephaniah 2:1. We speaking to our people, to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High has given us. Because these, like I said before, these other nations know who we are. And did you see the video Gabar died when they had the Chinese man or the Korean dude was in there selling bullets out the store? Mm-hmm. Had the bullets sitting next to the candy, and the girl and the guy had videoed them. If that had been a black store, that store would have been shut down. You understand what I'm saying? That store would have been shut down in a minute. And that store would have been, the black people would have been out of there. And did you see when they sent the Hispanic chick down there to dispel what the black people said? That they had the bullets in there, and the Hispanic chick was in there like, oh, they have no bullets in here. This is a good, upstanding store. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. These are the vices that they use. This is why I said this is an American reality for them. It's an American dream for us. You understand? Because they are afforded every opportunity to destroy us as a people. You understand what I'm saying? And we can barely survive. And we only surviving by the skin of our teeth. But if we come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments that have been given to us by the Most High, this I.S.U.P.K under the commanding General Yahanna, we can turn this thing around. You got that?
Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together.
Say that again.
Gather yourselves together.
It says, gather yourselves together. That means come together. The Most High is telling us to come together. You know, come together as a nation. This is how other nations survive, by coming together. We have to come together. Read on.
Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
O nation not desired. Most High is telling us that these other nations do not desire us. We see that every day. We see that in the food that they serve us. We see that in the housing that they give us. We see that in the education that they give us. They lie to us on our education. They lie to us in the food. They lie to us in our housing. You understand what I'm saying? Gentrification. That's what it's called, right? Gentrification. That's a big lie right there. They gentrify your neighborhood to get you to move out so they can move white people in there and beautify the neighborhood. Why don't they beautify the neighborhood while our people are in there? Why don't they do that? They don't do that because they don't want you in a beautiful neighborhood. They want to keep you living impoverished and in poverty. You got it, boy.
I got a little short story.
Go ahead.
They did that to me because when I was up there living at the Stanford building up there at it was up at the top of the hill, up in not Fellows Point, but
Federal Hill?
Yeah, Federal Hill. It's like they kicked all of us out the apartment complex and moved John Hopkins students in there.
Right. Well, see, that's what they do. You understand what I'm saying? Because who's more important? Who's more important? John Hopkins people or you?
Me?
Huh?
Me?
No, I'm saying, listen. I'm saying, who's more important in their eyes?
The John Hopkins.
The John Hopkins people. You know what I mean? And this is the reason why they buying up all the property, especially off of Baltimore Street. You understand what I'm saying?
Come on, sir.
About that.
Come, you know.
This is the reason why. This is the reason why. You made me lose my train of thought. Where was we at? That must have been the one. It must have been the one, huh? I can't see, huh? Me blind. You know, this is the reason why we are destroyed people. Where were we at? We was on Zephaniah 2:1. Can you pick that up for me? Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. We are the nation not desired. None of these nations desire us, and they show us that they don't desire us by what they do to us. You understand what I'm saying? We know in those Chinese stores that they're not serving us the meat they should be serving us, right? You know, when you come in there, when you come into a gas station, you know those prices are higher than they should be, right? Because we are the nation not desired. And because we that nation not desired, they take advantage of everything that we do. Even when you come into a supermarket. You understand what I'm saying? I went to the supermarket right there at West Side Shopping Center. I went to go in there to get 8-pack of hot dog rolls, right? 8-pack, you know, the pack of hot dog rolls, right? The pack of hot dog rolls were $3.69. And I said, damn, I know these hot dog rolls don't cost that much, right? I said, not only that, I seen a hole in the side of one of the bags, like a rat had been on it, right? Not only that, it only had 3 days till it expired, right? So I said, no, I'm not doing that. So I took the ride. Up Wilkins Avenue and went to the Giants just across the county line, right? I went in there and got the same rolls. It was $1.58. Not only that, it had a 2-week expiration on it. You understand what I'm saying? Because we are a nation not desired. This is what other nations do to us because they know who we are. You understand what I'm saying? And because they know who we are, they take advantage of every opportunity to take and keep you on the bottom, whether it be financially or mentally or emotionally. You understand what I'm saying? Mentally and emotionally, they send those police in to destroy us. Mentally, you understand what I'm saying? Physically too, you understand? And physically, they give you inferior food, expired food. They raise the prices on your food. So you're paying more than that white man and you staying broke. You understand what I'm saying? And when you stay broke, what happens? You struggle to get another job. Now you're working 2 jobs. Now you're working yourself to death. Understand? Desire. We are that nation, not desire. And every nation knows who we are. And they take advantage of who we are to destroy us. We are the nation, not desired. And these are the constructs that they use to destroy us. All of these vices, whether it be child support, whether it be Planned Parenthood, whether it be the food that they feed us, you understand what I'm saying? Or anything. All of those vices are what they use to destroy us. Let's go to let's go back into Deuteronomy 7 and Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 16. Let's do that. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 16. Let's go back to that. Because we are that nation not desired. They destroy us. What's going on? How you feeling? Huh?
How you feel?
I'm glad to see you made it. I see you got the young ones with you.
Yeah,
I hear that. Get a little bit of teaching in them. You know what I mean? Get some learning, you know? Yeah, you gotta make sure you teach them at home too, because you know the Bible tells us to teach our children. That's what's up. That's what's up. This what we said it again?
I think it's Proverbs 22:26. Teach a child in the way that they should go, that they shall never depart from.
No, it's another one tell you to teach the children. We gotta teach the children. You know, we gotta get our children to understand these laws, that's the commandments, to understand how important it is. You know, so that when they go to school amongst those heathens, that they don't defile themselves amongst them, because you know those white teachers don't mind defiling your child. You understand what I'm saying? But if your child goes to school and they learn these laws, statutes, and commandments at an early age, they won't be defiled. A teacher can't make them do nothing that they don't want, that they don't have to do. Can't make them stand and pledge allegiance to a country that hates them. You understand what I'm saying? Can't make them defile themselves by eating pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster. You understand? Oh, I got my own lunch. That's okay. I don't need that. You understand what I'm saying? We got to teach our children. We got to teach them early. I wish I had learned these laws early in my life. You understand? As a kid, you never know where we'd be. You know what I mean? So where we at? Deuteronomy 7 and 16. Look, I told y'all to go there, and I ain't even go there. All right, here we go. Who got that? Go ahead.
And thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee.
And thou shalt consume all the people that the Lord thy God shall deliver thee. If we live under these laws, statutes, and commandments, all the people that the Most High delivers into our hands, we will destroy. When we follow the Most High, nobody can stand before us. Nobody can pit anything against us. When we stand with the Most High, did you see how David destroyed the armies that the Most High laid in front of him? Because he followed those laws, statutes, and commandments, he was able to defeat everybody, every nation that the Lord God put in front of him. You understand what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with us. It's no different. We follow the same God that David followed. You understand what I'm saying? So we can have the same strength that David had if we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? I see you showing your jacket off. He's showing his jacket. He's showing his Hebrew jacket off because he passed his Hebrew academy and he's showing his jacket off today. You know what I mean? You see him showing off his jacket. But if we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, we can destroy nations. We can overrun nations, and we can kick nations out just like David did. You understand? The Most High puts them in front of us, we can knock them down. They will be consumed. You understand? They will withdraw. They will come in one way and flee 7 ways. You understand? That's all we have to do is come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. All we have to do is show brotherhood. All we have to do is show love. You understand what I'm saying? These nations, they know who we are. And I'm going to keep saying it. These nations know who we are. But we the ones that don't know who we are. You understand what I'm saying? Have you ever seen somebody, have you ever seen somebody in a fight and they don't really know they can fight until the person do that one thing to them and then they go zap on them and beat the hell out that person? That's how we are. You understand what I'm saying? We don't know the strength and the power that lies in us if we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. And it's going to take that one thing to tip us over the edge, to make us understand who we are and get into these laws, statutes, and commandments and overthrow all of these nations that are above us. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to take that one thing, and that one thing is what? The I.S.U.P.K being out here on these corners on Saturdays, preaching and teaching that word the way it was meant to be. You understand what I'm saying? That's all it's going to take. That's all it's going to take. Because we don't know who we are, we must say it again. This is the reason why we're in the condition that we are. You understand what I'm saying? We got more on that? Read.
Thine eye shall have no pity upon them.
I shall have, Most High will have no pity upon these nations that we are destroying, because he laid them there for us. We're going to just roll over. He'll have no pity. Just like we said in the scripture before that, they are like unto spittle. They are nothing. You understand what I'm saying? What you got, Barja?
Pity is mercy. Pity is mercy.
Pity is mercy. Pity is mercy. Yeah, pity is mercy. He has no mercy on them. He has no mercy on them. Read on.
Neither shalt thou serve their gods.
Neither shalt thou serve their gods. We should not serve their God. As long as we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, we shouldn't be serving their gods, and we'll keep the strength that we have. Read.
For that will be a snare unto thee.
For that will be a snare unto thee. Serving their gods will be that snare unto thee. That's the thing that destroys us today. You understand what I'm saying, Wood? That's the thing that destroys us. That's the thing. That's why we are in the condition that we're in right now, because we serving their gods. We serving their God of homosexuality. We serving that God of murder. We serving that God of drugs. You understand what I'm saying? Of bestiality, of idolatry. You understand what I'm saying? We serving every God but the God that we should be serving. And it says that will be the snare. You understand? That will be the thing that will entangle us. That will be the thing that will drag us down. This is the reason why we living like we are. You understand? This is the reason why we struggling the way we struggle. Because we serving these other gods. You know, and until we stop serving these other gods and we stop serving these, and start living by these laws, statutes, and commandments that he gave us, this Constitution in this Bible, this is the way we're going to be living. You understand what I'm saying? This is the way we're going to be living, you know? So we need to get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High has given us, you know, so we can get back to where we should be at, you know. But those serving those other gods, that's the snare that will destroy us, you know. So let's go to give me Amos 3:2. Give me Amos 3:2. You know? Oh, okay. Oh, you need to know what it is. Oh, you need to listen to this. That's all I want. That's what he's looking for right there. But you need the password. Oh, yeah. That's your password right there. Yes, do we got that? Amos 3:2. Read that.
Amos, chapter 3:2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Repeat that again.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth. That means the Most High. He's not saying that he doesn't know them, but we are the one that he chose. You understand what I'm saying? He created those other nations, but we are his love. We are the nation that he chose. He created them, and he pushed those other nations to the side, and he chose us. Read on.
Therefore, I will punish you for all of your iniquities.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. That's what we were speaking about before. This is the reason why we are in the condition that we in today, because we being punished for all of our iniquities. We being punished for the things that we did wrong against God. You understand? We being punished for the things that the Most High told us not to do that we decided to do. Just like a parent. When your parent tells you not to do something and you do it, what's going to happen? We'll get in trouble, right? Exactly. And this is the reason why you're supposed to listen to your parent. You understand? And just like us, we're supposed to listen to the Most High. When the Most High tells us not to do something, we're not supposed to do it. And he tells us to do something, we're supposed to do it. He didn't give us these laws, statutes, and commandments just for us to read and say we read them. He gave us these laws, statutes, and commandments for us to live by. We're supposed to put them in our minds and on our hearts, and we're supposed to do them. You understand what I'm saying? They're supposed to be in our inward parts. When it's in your inward parts, you're going to work that thing. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to do what he said when it's in your inward parts, because it's going to be natural. It's going to be a natural thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's not going to be something it's going to be, I don't even want to say second nature. It's going to be first nature. It's going to be like breathing. You understand? And when you got those laws, statutes, and commandments in you, like it's breathing, then we all get it, and we all back on top. We all serve the Most High. We'll be the head, and they'll be the tail. Is that it on that? Yeah, you know, But what did the scripture before that say? That scripture before that said, you know, we will have to pay for our iniquities, right? We have to pay for the things that we do against the Most High. You know, when you are disobedient, you will be punished for all your iniquities. Give me Proverbs 3:31. When we are disobedient, we have to pay for everything that we do for being disobedient. You understand? And let's say being disobedient, you keep running a stoplight, eventually you're gonna get in an accident or you're gonna catch a ticket, right? Because eventually you gotta pay for running that stop sign, whether it be an accident or a ticket by police or getting locked up. You understand what I'm saying? But either way, you have to pay for your iniquities. You understand what I'm saying? We got that? Proverbs 3:31. You know what? I'm kind of slow on the draw today. I keep saying it, but I don't ever go to it.
Slow.
Okay. Read that.
Envy, Proverbs 3:31. Envy thou not the oppressors.
Envy not thy oppressor. Envy thou not the oppressor. Don't envy what these other nations have, or don't envy what the white man has. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, Gabarda. Be jealous of what he got. That's being jealous. Being jealous of what he has. Envy not thy oppressor. Because when you envy something, or you jealous of something that somebody got, what are you going to end up doing?
Trying to be like them.
Trying to be like them. And then what do we do trying to be like them? You do anything and everything that you can to get or do what he's doing or get what he has. So if it comes down to selling drugs, destroying your people, you're going to do it to get what he got. You understand? If it comes to selling your body as a female, you're going to get what she got to get what you want. You understand what I'm saying? If it comes to stealing or robbing from your neighbor or your brother, you're going to get what you got. You're going to do what you got to do to get what they got. You understand what I'm saying? Envy not thy oppressor. You know, stop being jealous of what this white man has. This thing that this white man has are the things that will destroy us. You understand what I'm saying? The things this white man has are the things that will destroy us. We have to envy not thy oppressor. Read on.
And choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways. What are some of his ways?
Rape, robbery, murder.
Stealing.
Exactly. Anything that goes against the Most High is the ways of the white man. Anything that he does, homosexuality, bestiality, rape, robbery, murder. Think about it. The white man came over here and he raped and robbed and murdered his way into this country. You feel me? And the very people that he took this country from, part of this country from, the Hispanics, he calls them immigrants. You understand? When he's the immigrant, we are the only non-immigrant here today. Think about this, right? We are the only non-immigrant here. We were dragged here on slave ships. You understand what I'm saying? We are the only non-immigrant. That white man is an immigrant. Where is his green card? That's what we should be asking. Where is his green card? Where's those East Indians' green card? They are immigrants. They're illegal immigrants. Because most of their green cards have expired. You understand what I'm saying? An African, where's his green card? You understand? You know, we are the only non-immigrant here. And we are not to choose the ways of our oppressor, because choosing the ways of our oppressor destroys us. This is the reason why we said it again. We are in the condition that we're in. We're in the condition that we're in because we choose in the ways of the white man. We choose to live his customs and his culture. We choosing homosexuality. We choosing to murder. We choosing to rob and steal. You understand? We choosing to destroy our own people with drugs. You understand what I'm saying? And while we choosing these ways, this is how we gonna live. You know, because we transgressing against the Most High. Why? Because we're not showing brotherhood. We're not showing sisterhood. We're not showing love. You understand? Look at our sisters though, right? Look at our sisters. Our sisters are so destroyed, they don't even love the way they look. They got hair all the way down their back that's not even theirs. And they don't even realize that the hair that they have is the most beautiful and precious thing on this earth. You understand? Our women are totally destroyed. You got a woman with a butt that's beautiful as a mug, and they want to put a fake butt in. You understand what I'm saying? They changing their eye colors to look like the heathen. You ever seen women, black women running around with blonde, red, green, and blue hair? That's a destroyed people. Our women are destroyed because we transgress against the Most High. Our women are the most beautiful women on the planet, but they destroy themselves trying to look like the heathen. What you got?
You even got Chinese people doing this now, trading their hair, or got some device that'll make their hair look kind of like in the texture of wool like ours.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy, right? Because our women want to be them and their women want to be our women. You understand what I'm saying? That's a destroyed people. It's nothing like a black woman. It's nothing like a black woman with her own hair. It's nothing like a black woman with her own hair and her own body parts. You understand what I'm saying? It's nothing like a woman who can cover herself and you still know she's beautiful under that. You understand what I'm saying? Our women don't have to show their bodies like they do. But because we following these customs and these cultures of this nation, because we follow thy oppressor, because we envy thy oppressor and follow his ways, this is the reason why we are destroyed people. You know what I mean? Not to mention our brothers are destroyed too. You understand what I'm saying? What is skinny jeans? What's skinny jeans? What's the definition of skinny jeans?
Leggings. That's what I call them.
Tight jeans.
Yeah.
Who wears tight jeans? Women. A man is destroyed when he wears a pair of skinny jeans. That's a destroyed cat right there. You understand what I'm saying? You so destroyed, you don't even recognize that you wearing women's clothing. You understand what I'm saying? Tight jeans, ain't nothing worse than that. You understand? It's nothing you can say, you know what I mean? And our dudes are destroyed with the hair thing too, because they got the dreadlocks is locked all up, matted all up, your hair matted all up and everything like that. And you can't even, that's not even a lock, right? You can't unlock that and lock it. That's matted hair. You understand? That's the culture of the East Indian, right? That's the culture of an Indian, of an East Indian, a red dot Indian. You know what I mean? We want to be people that we are not too. You know what I mean? And then, just like we said about the women, we get out there and we destroy it and we do everything that we can do to be something that we not too. We hustle till the sun come up just to get money to impress people. You understand? To ride around in the car to impress people. Struggle to impress people. People do that on their jobs every day. You ever seen a Ben sitting in the projects? You spend $50,000 on a Ben. Understand what I'm saying? And you living in the projects paying 300 hours. You know what I mean? In housing. Yeah.
A lot of these celebrities, because they had an article about it, like Robin Leach, Rich and Famous and whatnot.
Yeah.
And, especially MTV Cribs, they brought it out that some of them celebrities do not own not a thing.
Right. And then think about this, right? I forgot who I was talking to about this the other day, right? Think about this, right? You, shit, man. No, I ain't losing my train of thought there. Damn, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Damn. Say that again. What you saying about Robin Leach?
Like Michael Leach, Richard Famous, when he had that show in MTV Cribs, it would show a whole lot of these celebrities, rappers, and music people.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. Think about this, right? Think about when white people die, right? They will their stuff to their children. They will their stuff to their grandchildren. They will their stuff to their great grandchildren, right? It's no nothing behind that, right? As soon as black people die that's rich, they get everything taken by the state. That's not ironic that every time Michael Jackson, how does Michael Jackson die broke? How does Prince die broke? How does Whitney Houston die broke? You understand what I'm saying? All these people that had all the money in the world, all of a sudden they come on the news and say, oh, they died broke, oh, they owed. You know what I mean? How the hell much could Michael Jackson owe? You understand what I'm saying? This was the greatest pop star singer of all times, of ever. You understand what I'm saying? And they took his property. And guess what they're gonna do with it? They making it a tourist attraction. You understand what I'm saying? So now the white man got he got that Beatles collection that he had. He got his whole collection, and now he got his property that he about to make a tourist attraction. How do they die and will their stuff off? We die and the white man gets everything. You know why? Because we live in their customs and culture. We sign in the dotted line of a contract. You know what a contract is? Con is to go against the track. You understand what I'm saying? So sign an agreement. If I do this, you give me this. But when you sign a contract, contracts never go in your favor if you have to sign it. Even when you sign a contract with Sprint or Verizon, that contract is never in your favor. Why is it never in your favor? Because they tell you got to at least stay with us for 2 years and put up with our bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? And then when their prices go up, you got to pay that. Well, if you leave early, you got to give us $250. You understand what I'm saying? A contract can never go in your favor. When you live in the white man's customs and culture, it could never go in your favor. This is the reason why the Most High tells us to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because these laws, statutes, and commandments tells you how to treat your brother. It shows you brotherhood. It shows you sisterhood. It shows you love. It shows you how to treat your brother. It shows you how to treat your parents. It shows you how to eat. It shows you how to interact with the heathens from the other nations. You understand what I'm saying? But when we live in this customs and these cultures right here, we are destroyed. This is what happens to us when we decide to follow the other nations. You understand what I'm saying? This is what happens to us. You know, it's not by happenstance that we live in the way we live. You know? And what we said in the beginning. We said in the beginning that God judges us as a nation. He doesn't judge us individually. To judge us individually will be selfish. You understand? Just like those athletes and those rich people living right now and not helping out people, that's selfish. For God to judge us individually will be selfish. He judges us as a nation. So I.S.U.P.K does what? We get out there and we calling our nation back to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, to do what the Most High tells us to do. We're showing you, if we do what the Most High tells us to do, this is the blessings that we will get. You understand? Matter of fact, let's go to that. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Where I got that at? Deuteronomy 28:1. Let's go to that. Deuteronomy 28:1. I'm skipping over to I dropped all the way down.
Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass,
And it shall come to pass,
if thou shalt hearken diligently
if thou shalt hearken diligently. Go ahead.
to the voice of the Lord thy God,
To the voice of the Lord thy God. Read.
to observe and to do all his commandments.
Some of his commandments,
All his commandments.
just a little bit of his commandments.
All his commandments.
What if I do half of his commandments?
All his
It
commandments,
says all his commandments. Read on.
which I command thee this day.
Which I command thee this day, which I command you to do right now. Go ahead.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations.
He will set thee on high above all nations. What we've been talking about the whole night. Being above all nations. If we will hearken diligently to the voice of the Lord thy God, he will set us on high above all nations. He will set us on high above all nations. It's important for us to get out there and do the work that we do. It's important for us to get out there and give this word. And that's what the I.S.U.P.K does. As a matter of fact, we got a scripture that describes the I.S.U.P.K. Give me Matthew 5:16. Got a headache. This is the description right here. Let's go. Let me get there. Let me get there. Matthew 5:16. Right? Can I say 16? Okay. Go ahead, read that.
Matthew 5:16. Let your light so shine before men.
Let your light so shine before men. Let your light so shine before men. Read on.
That they may see your good works.
That they may see your good works. Check this out. Let your light shine before men. Listen, talk is cheap. You understand what I'm saying? Talk is cheap. The Christian church talks. That BS walks. You understand what I'm saying? Let your light shine. Read again. Read it again.
Let your light shine before men.
Let your light shine before men. Let these men see. Don't speak. Don't sit in the Christian church and tell, this is what we can do. We can do this. We can do that. But when they see you out there and they see you putting in the work of the Most High and they see you being diligent to these laws, statutes, and commandments, that's what they see the I.S.U.P.K doing. You understand what I'm saying? We slowly growing right in front of people's eyes. You understand what I'm saying? When I first came here to Bar Diamond, like it was 6 men, wasn't it? When I first came in. Look at what we got now.
We got like 13.
And listen, check this out, right? This is just a year and a half. You understand what I'm saying? That's a year and a half growth, 2 years growth. I haven't been in 2 years yet. You understand what I'm saying? In 2 years. You feel me? Growing. You know why? Because people see. When I saw them doing the work. I ain't hear them giving a lot of lip service. Hey, listen, when I was in the Christian church, right? I used to get pissed off because I used to always want to do the neighborhood walk so we can get out there and speak to the people. I can't walk today, my hip bad, or ain't nobody show up and stuff like that. I used to get pissed off. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why when I came in, I was like, yeah, I seen them going out. And when they went out, I remember when they went out, I went out too. Down there with them. You understand what I'm saying? I couldn't be inside the circle, but I was down there with them. And I seen them putting in the work. And I said, this is what I want to do. I remember Dr. Zar acting. He said, well, you want to get up there and speak to you? I said, heck yeah. Because I seen them doing the work. And when you see men of the Lord doing the work, it inspires you and makes you want to do the work. You don't come here for nothing. Wood, you're not here for nothing. God, you're not here for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? You here because you saw something happening and you wanted to be a part of it. When you see the work of the Most High and you know it's real, and men know it's real. You understand? Men know it's real because we knew that Christian church was fake. This is the reason why men don't like the Christian church. This is the reason why we gravitate away from it, because it's not real without spirit. But when you see this I.S.U.P.K. and you see them putting in work, and you see Captain Cesario, you see Captain Sapawar, you see Captain Kantazar, all of these dudes, you know, I left out a whole lot of them, generals and all of them. When you see the work you putting in, it inspires you to get right up in here and do that same work with them. That's what I saw. The first video I saw, just like we was talking earlier, Wood, that first video I saw was when Captain Cesario destroyed the light. And I seen that, and I seen how he used the Bible, being in the Christian church. I seen them use the Bible in a way I never saw. You understand? I heard stuff I never heard, and it was real, and it sounded real. And that's what made me come in. That verse right there, that describes the I.S.U.P.K. to a T. Read that again.
Matthew 5, verse 16. Let your light so shine before men.
That's what Captain Cesario did for me. He let that light shine before me, and I saw it. You understand what I'm saying? And I saw the work that he put in, and that made me come in. Then I heard Kantazar, I heard Sapawar, I heard a whole lot of brothers. Then when I came in here, I heard Captain Sapawar, I heard Kawan Palak, I heard brothers going in, and they had the knowledge, and that set me on fire. That made me want to be that. That made me want to do the work of the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the reason why we go out there and we speak the way we speak, to get people, to set people's fire. You understand what I'm saying? To get them to come in, to bring them back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, so that we can get to the place where the Most High desires us the most. You understand what I'm saying? We got to get back to the place where the Most High desires us the most. You understand? But let's go to Deuteronomy. Let's drop down to the 15th verse from Deuteronomy 28 to 15. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. Let's hit that.
Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass.
But it shall come to pass, read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now it says, if thou wilt not hearken. Now, basically, that's what we're doing right now. That's what our people are doing right now. We're not hearkening to the voice of the Lord thy God. Read on.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
To observe, to do all his commandments. We are not hearkening to the Lord, to the voice of the Lord thy God, and we are not doing his commandments. Read.
Which I command thee this day.
Which I command thee this day.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Read.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shall thou be in the city. Look at us in the city right now. Look at what the police are doing to us right now, destroying us and killing us right in the street. You know what I mean? Look at what they're doing in the city. Look at the gentrification. You understand what I'm saying? Look at how they moving us out of our neighborhoods and moving white people in. You understand what I'm saying? Cursed will thou be in the city. Look what they're doing to the water bills in the city, right? We going to some physical things. Look at what they're doing to the water bills in the city. Water bill in the city used to be $55, right? Every 3 months. Now it's $55 every month. In some places, it's $75 every month. Look at how they destroying us. You understand what I'm saying? Look at the gas and electric bills. If you live in a certain part of the city, your gas and electric bill is higher. You understand what I'm saying? Your gas and electric bill is higher than it is out in the county. Have you ever seen a county gas and electric bill or in a white area? You know they can control how much you're paying depending on where you are. You know that, right? So when you live in the inner city, you're going to pay more. These are the vices that they use to destroy us. Read on.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And cursed shall thou be in the fields. Look at our people. What do we try to do as soon as we get a little bit of money? We move from the city to the county because we want to live amongst the right people. And what happens after that? You wake up with a burning cross on your lawn. You understand? You wake up with a noose hanging off your tree. You understand what I'm saying? Cursed shall thou be in the field. No matter where we go at, we will be a cursed people. You understand what I'm saying? We are a cursed people no matter where we go at, because we don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments given to us by the Most High. We are a destroyed people. We are a destroyed people because these other nations know who we are. And they know if they can keep us defiled, and they can keep us living in their culture and their customs, we're going to stay on the bottom. It's only natural that the things that we're going through because we're not following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. What we said before, we're not judged as individuals, right? We judged as a nation. And until we come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments given to us by the Most High, we're going to continue to be on the bottom. What you got, good boy, Doc? Okay. I thought you was raising your hand or something. All right, I got you. But you know, as long as we living within the customs and cultures of these other nations, we always gonna be a destroyed people. You feel me? We always gonna be last in everything. We always gonna be serving them. You understand? We always gonna be giving the Chinese our money. We always gonna be giving the Orientals our money. We always gonna be giving the East Indians our money. And they always gonna be giving us inferior product because they know they can do that. You understand what I'm saying? They figure like this: if these people, you know, defile themselves by living in the customs and cultures that they're not supposed to be in, why not give them something inferior? Most of us can't travel out to see the difference between out there and here. You understand? So now you have to buy that bread that you know rats been running through for $3 or more. You understand what I'm saying? Where out in the county it's only $1.59. That was amazing to me. But not only that, it's if you look at, and I don't want to get too far off, if you look at the difference between the food, you know, they give you the back end and they give them the top choice. You understand what I'm saying? The best foods go there and we get the last of the bottom of the barrel. You understand? You get all the apples with the spots on them, with the soft spots and all of that. You understand what I'm saying? Stuff is already rotten. When they get the best of everything. You understand what I'm saying? Because we decide to follow the customs and cultures of these other nations. This is the reason why we go through what we go through. So with that, I want to say we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the commanding General YAHANNA. We have been bringing this truth since 1969, and that truth is that the so-called Black, the so-called Hispanic, and the so-called Native Indian are the true Jews of the Bible, and the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We have classes Monday through Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We have Sabbath service from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Come get into these classes, come learn this truth, get under the commanding General YAHANNA, and learn your heritage and get into this Bible, which is our Constitution. And with that, I'm going to pass the class to Priest Officer Bmore. It's on you, brother.
Hello. The security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding GEN.YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the word. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18:21 and Malachi 38:10. Means 10th in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. What sort of amount you would like to give? Upcoming holy convocations, which is the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which ends this Sunday, sundown. And so remind Akim and Akwakim to check on social media such as I.S.U.P.K.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, hairband, and scarf. And that's it. We get ready to give a one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amadia. Men of Israel, Amadi Shabbat. Amadi Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatah.
Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakatah.
Yahweh Sir, please turn and face the sister. Please face the salute the sister. Men of Israel, Amadi Shabbat. Amadi Barak. Yahweh Shamar Alatah Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Yahweh class dismissed.